Hi, my name is Patrick Minges. I've been at Stokes Early College since its inception, which is better than 10 years. I was living in Northern Virginia, actually Washington, D.C., when I saw an ad in the newspaper, and it was an advertisement for an early college, and it said that the purpose of this early college was to help students who might not have the chance to go to college, and to prepare them for life and work and college in ways that, I had never heard of, I had never seen. And so I thought it was a really, really interesting proposition. I called the guy up and I said, I'm interested in the social studies position. And he called me back and he said, I'm sorry, I'm on the verge of hiring that position. And I said, well, wait, you haven't talked to me yet. And he said, okay. So I went to Washington, D.C., I jumped on a plane, I flew down to Greensboro, I drove over here, and I talked to the guy about the job, and I flew back home that night. By the time I had got home, he had already called me on the phone, and he said, would like to offer you the social studies position. So I drove down at a later point, and then we moved down here from there, and I've been here ever since. What do we do well at Stokes Early College? I think, when I think about it, I'll think about an interview with the kid that we had. And she came in and she said, all of my life I have had difficulty in school. And it's not because I can't do the academics, it's because from day one I have been picked on because I'm different. I have been, had to live under the current, issue of being bullied all the time and picked on because of the way I look, the way I talk, the way I act. And so, I went home and thought about that. So we offered that kid a position at the school, that student, that young woman. She came here. This is a place where we don't pick, there's no bullying. I mean, I'm not saying there's no bullying because I'm sure that there is some, but it's not to the point that they have at other schools. And people here respect one another. They love one another, and I think if that's the one main word that I'm looking at is that people here do love one another. The teachers love each other, and they love the students, and the faculty and the staff and the administration take care of students here in a way I think is unparalleled at any school system. That young lady went on to graduate from Stokes Early College. She got accepted at Appalachian State University. She graduated from Appalachian State University with a degree in mathematics, and now she's looking for a position teaching school. And I think that that's what we do. That's not the first time that I've had that happen. I mean, we have kids that come into this school and they're downbeat and they're downtrodden, and they come in without hope of graduating in the public school systems, and we provide them with that hope and we provide them with that opportunity. And I think that's something that this school does well, and it does differently than most of the schools in Stokes County schools. What are our students like? I don't think our students, other than most of them being exceptional in some sense, in many different senses, I think that our students and the student body here is pretty much like the rest of the students in Stokes County. They're not cut from that different a cloth. The fact that they do want to be here is an important factor. The fact that they choose to be here is a good reason, and the fact that they choose to be here to learn is also another good thing. But I think that our students run the gamut from the best and the brightest, and to those who face all kinds of challenges and still come here. I mean, I think people come here because we have a small student body, and we have a small school, and it is a family-like environment in which people can do well in. People who face challenges do very well here. People who want to excel do very well here. What are our classes like? Our classes are different. Our classes, we believe in learning by doing. Most of our classes have interactive processes, we have role plays, we have structured exercises in which people are doing things all the time, and it's an opportunity to be engaged. If I had a question, if I had something to say about Stokes Early College, it would be that our students are engaged in their learning and engaged in their process, and I think engaged with one another. And I think that that's what helps students here to do very well. I think a lot of people's impressions of Stokes Early College is that this is an AIG program or some kind of international baccalaureate program or something in which is intended only for AIG students. I also think that some schools think or some people think that we get to cherry pick our students. We do get to select our students. We have an application process and people apply to get in, just like they do in a college, but essentially that's what this is. We're giving them the opportunity to get 2 years of college under their belt. Books and tuition and everything paid for. So that part of it is unique. As far as our students being, the best and the brightest of Stokes County and only AIG students, that's just not true. Our students, I think, might be highly motivated and more motivated than other places, but as far as the notion that we have the best students here in Stokes County, that's not necessarily true. I think we have an average population that is representative of Stokes County. I celebrate our uniqueness in the sense that I think that Stokes Early College is a place where unique people come, where people that are different, people that are not cut from the same cloth as other people, people that consider themselves exceptional, and people that have faced challenges in other places, and people who just want to do things differently. I think that's what makes this school exceptional, and if people think that the people here are exceptional, then that's something I accept and celebrate. What are most of the students from early college, what does their future look like? I'm in contact with most of the students who've graduated, even some that have graduated as far away as 10 years. Most of their futures are pretty bright. 90% of the students who leave early college and who go on to a 4-year college graduate. A lot of them go to graduate school. I've got students that have gone to graduate school, students in law school, students in doctoral programs, students that are in the military. We have students that have graduated that have gone into careers, professions. One of them is a lineman. He makes a lot more money than I do. So I think that the reason why students come here, as one of the students said in an interview, was they came here to get a leg up on their education and on their life. And I think that that's what they get here. They get a leg up on their education. I think they get a leg up on their life, but I think that they get something more. I think that they get something that is immeasurable. I think that they get a different sense of self, a different sense of being from coming to Stokes Early College, and it doesn't really matter what you do. You carry that part of being a Falcon with you for the rest of your life. So when we say once a Falcon, always a Falcon, it's not about your continuing commitment to this college. It's about your continuing commitment to yourself and being the kind of person that you have the ability to be, to live up to your potential, to live up to our expectations for you, and to live up to your expectations for yourself.